Mouse performs CPR on the girl's tiny body.
By the time I got to her, she was blue, not breathing.
The distraught mother is on the shore. The defib is vital. Dunstan has no choice but to enlist a passing backpacker.
Where's that defib? We need it now.
He's now been clinically dead for 3 minutes. A distressed man runs to the tower. Something is happening between the flags.
Central jet ski, can you go in the middle of the flags? Got someone waving middle of the flags. Copy, mate.
Same thing, group of them. Middle of the main set now. Quick, get there.
Do you want us to meet them on the shore?
Yeah, mate, you're gonna have to get there.
Chapo and Kalen are half a kilometre away at Southend.
Speak to us, Deano.
Yeah, middle of the main set. Blue jet ski, get there. Hard to tell yet, man, but I think they got someone on the back of the ski. Yeah, I think you can get near the DP base.
There's someone on with him. Head's on with him. We're going to resusc here. Stand by, Deano, we might need a defib.
We're gonna have to get the DP down there.
You turn around and grab that defib. That's all right. Oi!
Get someone to come up and get a
Bring him up,
defib.
oi! Hey, get him out of the water, get him out of the water. We're gonna get the defib, get him out of the water. Get him out of the water. Ready? And then we'll start compressions up here. Okay. Yeah, come on. Get a mask, get a mask. Yeah, we need a mask, mask. Okay, who's doing? I'm going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Get down in.
Get back, come on. 14,
Get down in.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm just going to keep going until you get this ready.
To restart his heart, lifeguards may need a defibrillator.
Pulses as well. MO been called.
Let's get the defib. Mate, we need someone to come up and get a defib.
The defib is in the tower, but Dunno can't leave the control post unmanned.
Let's quick start. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait. Head tilt, yep.
The defib is vital. Dunstan has no choice but to enlist a passing backpacker.
Oi, guys, can you do me a massive favour, man? Green shorts. Oi, man, you need to run this down. Oi, buddy. Do us a massive favour, man. You need to run that down to the other side of the flags. See that flag down there? Someone's just drowned. Get down there. I promise. Get down there, man. Run. Oi, run, man.
We need to get him up in the dry sand.
Coming to third round now.
Where's that defib? We need it now.
He's now been clinically dead for 3 minutes.
21, 22. Keep going, Chapo. Someone give Chapo a break.
Yeah, I'll come in.
All right. Wait. Go. Right, let's go.
You need to get him in the dry sand. Wait, mate, can you... Hey, please.
Get back, mate.
Yeah, but we're happy we've done this a lot of time.
Keep going, Maxi. Okay, two breaths, mate. One. Just slow it down. Let's go. Pads on.
Just stop talking over the top of each other. 5, 6, 7.
It's now 4 minutes since the man was first discovered. No one knows how long he was under the water before then.
Defib's on.
It's critical that no one touches the man's body while it is shocked.
I know you can't touch him. Don't touch him. You'll get electrocuted.
Check airway.
Someone need to go.
Breathing. If needed, begin CPR.
Okay,
Has he got a pulse? I've got a pulse. I have a pulse. I have a pulse.
He's responding.
Let's go. Let's breathe with him. Breathe with him.
I've got a pulse.
Breathe him up.
I've got a pulse.
I've got a good
Yeah,
pulse.
we're going to breathe him up.
Continue.
Good pulse. Good work, boys.
45.
He's all right, mate. We got him. We got him, mate.
Keep breathing him up. I've got a good pulse, Chapo.
Yeah, it's all right.
Continue.
Mate, we don't know if we're just not making it. I understand. Let's just breathe with him, okay?
Breathe him up.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, we're going to breathe him up. Just breathe with him. He'll go with his breath.
His name is Ryan Kim, 26, a student from Korea.
on his side on three. One, two, three.
See if we can clear his airway. Give him a better.
See if he wants to vomit.
Yeah. Take the good out now.
Okay.
Continue. If he doesn't vomit down.
That's it. He's got a lot of fluid coming out.
That's what we want to do.
That's good. Let's keep. Let's just keep backing him up. It's got a good. Yeah. Okay. There's good. There's a lot of fluid coming out. That's good.
Side backpack and maybe clean it out a little bit more.
Do you think he might have hit his head on the bottom? No.
Can he swim?
No.
I think he's coming around, but a bit more oxygen. Okay. He's getting a lot more colour in his face.
Then, only minutes after being brought back to life,
You're right, mate. Stay.
It's okay, buddy.
You're right.
It's okay. I'd like to put him in recovery.
Get the therapy mask.
Yeah.
Where's his brother?
It's all right, mate. It's okay, buddy.
You're okay, mate.
He's obviously on a pulse.
Ryan still needs urgent medical care.
Good. We've done a good job. Done, boys.
Close friend Dan is by his side.
You're right, mate. You're right.
Hey, guys. How you going, mate?
How long till we came to?
Probably about maybe 4 sets of CPR. 4 rounds, 5 maybe.
So there was CPR?
Yeah.
Precaution still needs to be taken in case of other injuries.
Grabbing this spinal ward so it came off. Good work, Deano.
With water in his lungs, Ryan is still at risk of cardiac arrest and secondary drowning.
There was a lot of panic in both the people's eyes at that stage. The clubby, he was all tangled and so he was really distressed as well.
On a relatively quiet day at Bondi, Baggis identifies a solo swimmer caught in a rip.
I'm in the tower and I glass a guy, binoculars, and you just know straight away I have to run. It's not like explaining to everyone else where it is, it's an emergency, you go.
Racing to the shore, Baggis notices volunteer lifesavers from Bondi Surf Club already on the scene.
By the time I got down there, Clubby had already gone out. So he actually beat me to the patient, which was good because he kept the guy upright momentarily before I came out.
The volunteer lifesaver has swum out with a rescue tube, a yellow flotation device with ropes attached.
Tubes are really good first responders. They basically just keep the patient upright. It's very hard to complete a rescue with a tube, and it's sort of just a temporary relief before the cavalry arrives.
As the man scrambles onto the board, it becomes clear he's tangled in the rope connected to the rescue tube.
That tube became a big hindrance because it was like a fishing net, all tangled around. The patient had it around his neck. It was actually making the situation worse.
Worse still, the volunteer lifesaver is attached to the other end of the rope.
The clubby, he was all tangled and so he was really distressed as well. It was pretty horrific. There was a lot of panic in both the people's eyes at that stage. And then I noticed the blue board coming out. I think it's one of my colleagues, but I don't recognise him.
An off-duty volunteer lifesaver has come to help using a spare lifeguard board from the beach.
The guy who swam out with the tubes getting rescued.
Is this his jog or what?
He was coughing up, he was vomiting water, and the tube was wrapped around his body.
An exhausted patient tangled in ropes. This is not a textbook rescue.
I want him on the board so I can untangle him with a bit more stability. He jumps on, shifts his weight. Gone, capsized.
capsized board normally spells more trouble, but this time, Baggis gets a lucky break.
Believe it or not, capsizing's in our favour. He's untangled, miraculously.
I was about to drown. These guys are heroes. It wasn't deep at all. It just pulled me away, you know? I got really close to God.
Off-duty volunteer lifesaver Jesse was walking past when he saw the situation unfolding.
It can happen very quickly that someone can drown. It's just 10 seconds, you know? And that guy was in a very heavy rip there, so it could have been very serious.
That was just one of those ones. He'd drown for sure. 100%.
Lifeguards must assume the person is still alive, somewhere at the base of the cliffs. There's only one way to get there. A body has been reported off the cliffs. No one knows whether the person is dead or alive. Harries launches the jet ski.
You stay in the tower, mate. I'll get a tube. Mate, stay in the tower.
Beardy assigns trainee Jake to man the tower. A trainee wouldn't normally be given the responsibility of manning the tower, but there are just 3 lifeguards left to patrol Australia's busiest beach.
Hopefully it's not a person, but, you know, more than likely could be.
Not sure whether it's in the water. Police rescue has been called and on their way.
Lifeguards must assume the person is still alive, somewhere at the base of the cliffs. There's only one way to get there. As Beardy finally makes it onto the rocks, police direct him to the reported location. Back in the tower, trainee Jake has been holding the fort all on his own.
On the lifeguard safe speaking. Hi. Sorry, this is not a really good time to call. Can you please call back in about half an hour? It's been really busy. Thank you, sorry. Bye.
Beardy hasn't been able to locate the body. Air and police rescue join the search.
They can't see the body, but they're assuming that it's on the cliff and the helicopter's hovering, so I don't think it's in the water. That's the latest update we've had. Nothing from the police yet.
Eventually, the victim is found. A deceased man.
Nothing to do with us now. It's like right up on the top of the land.
With police now in charge, lifeguards can return to the beach.
Yeah, they've declared the area a crime scene, so...
Copy. We're out. We're gone.
The man has been dead for some time, but lifeguards never make assumptions. Tucker's been clinically dead for at least 4.5 minutes. He has one chance left.
I've lost it.
Stand clear.
Do not touch patient. Analyzing rhythm.
A man's found floating, lifeless in the surf.
It's here. We've got to get off the beach. Ready?
His name is Takahiro Ono, an English language student from Tokyo. No one knows what's happened to him or how long he's been in the water.
Right, Mo, no. Someone go and get on the radio. There's a radio on my bike and call for the doof here.
Yep. Check pulse, hang on.
Hoppo can't detect a pulse.
Bagging, come on.
He's not breathing.
Bagging, come on. Bagging.
Tucker is clinically dead.
You grab the nose.
The boys must get his heart beating again and air into his lungs.
It's a male, about 20 years old. They got him on the bag now. I'll get back to you in the morning. I can't really feel it.
Danny arrives with a defibrillator as Corey starts CPR.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Get a towel. Yeah, I got it.
Luke, what?
Give him what?
Tucker still has no pulse.
Stand clear, stand clear.
Watch out.
Everyone stand clear. Stay clear.
Thick man.
No touching.
Stand clear.
Stay clear, unclear.
Ready?
Do not touch patient. Analyzing rhythm.
The machine reads Tucker's vital signs.
Do not touch patient. Analyzing rhythm. Check pulse. If no pulse, give CPR. Check pulse. If no pulse, give CPR.
I can't get one. Start CPR.
The defib doesn't work on Tucker first time.
3, 4, 5,
The machine needs time to recharge. Corey continues CPR.
11, 12.
The ambulance has been called, paramedics are on the way. Just, if you need anything else, give us the yell.
Yeah, copy that, Chapo.
12, 13, 14, 15.
It's 4 minutes since lifeguards got to Tucker.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The machine needs time to establish whether he has any heart rhythm.
Stand clear.
Stay clear, unclear.
Do not touch patient. Analyzing rhythm.
Tucker's had 2 shocks. He's in spasm. Patients rarely survive if they need more than 3 shocks. Tucker's been clinically dead for at least 4.5 minutes. He has 1 chance left.
I've lost it.
Stand clear.
Stand clear, stand clear, stand clear.
Do not touch patient. Analyzing rhythm.
The 3rd shock has finally had an effect.
Not touch patient. Analyzing rhythm.
I won't shock again.
Try and breathe, it looks like.
Still stand clear. Stand clear. Stand clear.
Analyzing rhythm.
Breathing now.
It's all right, mate. It's
Check
all right.
pulse. If no pulse, give CPR.
He's got a faint pulse.
He's breathing, mate.
It's getting stronger. Take a good pulse, mate. Good pulse here.
You've been in the water and you swallowed a lot of water, okay?
Stay, just relax, mate. Just relax.
We're looking after you, okay? Understand?
He's got a strong heartbeat now, strong heart. Just keep your head there, mate. It's okay.
Just giving you some oxygen.
It's okay, it's okay.
It's all right, buddy.
It's okay, mate. Just relax. Just take it easy. Good work, boys. All of us, eh? Good work.
Try deep breaths, mate, okay?
As they wait for an ambulance, lifeguards try and piece together the events that almost killed Tucker.
What happened to him?
I don't know. I allowed to swim in the water.
And he just kind of floating or what?
No one knows how long Tucker was clinically dead in the water.
Friends from uni or something.
But for 5 minutes, the lifeguards kept him alive on the sand. Despite the trauma of a major medical emergency, Tucker knows who and where he is.
What's your name?
Takahiro.
Takahiro, is it? Yeah. You know where you are? Tucker? Yeah. Where are you? Where?
Bondi. He said Bondi.
A shot of Maxi will help stabilise Tucker. Lifeguards and paramedics brace him on a spinal board.
1, 2, 3, roll.
They're concerned Tucker may also be suffering a spinal injury. Perhaps he was violently knocked out in the surf.
Was it immersion related or?
We think so. He was found at the edge of the water.
Can you feel me touching your elbow?
So you pulled him out of the water? Yeah. Have you used it on an arrest before?
Oh, we used to. We had 12 last year.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, they're unreal, these things. Unbelievable.
Oh, it's got to have someone behind it, mate.
Oh, yeah.
So you blokes did all right?
Tucker's alive, but the drama's far from over. How did he end up floating lifeless in the water? Has he damaged his spine? Will he suffer any brain damage from lack of oxygen?
You happy to go on your own, or do you want to? Yeah, we'll be right back. See you later.
Thanks,
well
mate.
done. You
Thanks.
saved his life. You're great, you blokes.
Tucker's not out of danger yet. Tucker's vital signs are healthy. Now, emergency doctors need to find out what caused his heart to stop beating.
Okay, so you're going to feel a sharp scratch in a minute, okay?
Do you remember what happened in the surf? Maybe.
Tucker will soon learn he's got a long-term medical problem to deal with.
He was just trying to tell me something then. This time he actually felt that when he was standing, he started to get a bit dizzy.
In the surf?
Surfing してて before when he was swimming, he started to get that.
たまに取られるんですけど、
He hasn't had any cardiac problem in the past, but he has had some arrhythmia in the past. He has been told that he has.
Until now, everyone thought Tucker had drowned. But a childhood heart condition could be a factor.
At school, that when he actually had that generalized annual physical checkup, then
said he
it was
had.
picked up. But he never was symptomatic.
Oh, okay. So I don't think that you've swallowed too much water. I don't think you were close to drowning. He needs to stay in hospital because his heart went into a funny rhythm.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the cardiologist will need to look after him. We're concerned that he may have had a problem with his heart.
He's only 26, but Tucker may have suffered a heart attack in the water and could suffer another at any time. Mouse performs CPR on the girl's tiny body.
By the time I got to her, she was blue, not breathing.
The distraught mother is on the shore. Freelance photographer Fergus Woolveridge shoots images of everyday life at the beach. He's about to witness one of the most confronting rescues lifeguards have ever conducted. Suddenly, there's a radio call to the Bondi Tower. A 2-year-old girl has drowned at Bronte.
They're doing CPR, 2-year-old. Get down there. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, copy, Harries. We've got an ambulance laying out, mate.
2-year-old.
Do we need someone over there?
It's a 2-year-old doing the water.
Oh, mate, someone's...
Hey, I'll go with Brad. You want to go? Yeah.
The reporter I was with called me back, and I came running back down. She's like, "Oh, something's going on, you know, in the water."
There was a little blob, like swimming out, and then so I turned around and everyone was sort of looking, and I said, "Any strong swimmers? Go."
I've noticed all the other boys running around like crazy, and so something bad had happened.
And I heard the mum screaming, "Noah, Noah!"
It wasn't until I grabbed my board and I just seen just a tiny little body just behind the breakers. It turned out to be a little girl. Just as I saw her, she was trying, still going for it, up and down, head bobbing under the water. But not long after that, she just sort of flattened out and was underwater. And she was just like 5 or 6 metres from me underwater. It was heavy. By the time I got to her, she was blue, not breathing.
The distraught mother is on the shore. Mouse performs CPR on the girl's tiny body.
Yeah, I gave her two breaths. She just went from being blue and doing nothing to a little cough and a little like eye flicker, and then she started crying, and then Sammy started crying, and then we just had like a little hug, and then we had to get her in.
Meanwhile, the girl's father is also rescued. He was close to drowning himself.
Great life.
She awake? She awake? Awake?
Yeah, make sure she's awake. Keep her awake, okay? Yeah, okay. Let's keep walking up to the car. Where's your husband? Because someone should be probably looking at him because he's taking some water too.
The tiny girl's name is Noah Kim. Her family are on holidays from Korea. Father June was underwater when he was rescued.
Your daughter should be okay, so but you need to make sure someone looks at you and listens to your chest.
How long was she unconscious?
Mate, who knows? You know, maybe 3 to 3 minutes.
That was insane. I'm paddling out, I can see her body in the water, just her body, and I got hit by a wave, lost my board, and she's like 5 metres from me.
Mate, and
then H-Man just threw me his board, and I was just yelling at these surfers.
And then once she came good and she vomited and that, we knew she was okay.
I've turned around, the other surfers, the local Bondi guys, just had this other guy just holding him up. He was just like out as well, and I was just thinking, what's going on here, you know?
Noah will spend 2 days in intensive care at Sydney Children's Hospital.
This is how quick this stuff happens, you know what I mean? You can't tell people enough that, you know, you lose your feet, you're gone within seconds, you know. Kids home with me because I've got a 2-year-old, so, you know, it's just that thought of not being able to get her back.
These guys did an amazing job. That definitely defies odds being a lifeguard. Just watching Mouse resus a 2-year-old child.
It's unbelievable. I was just lucky Bobby was here too.